Arsenal Fan TV, DT. You know what? We were talking before the game, and we were both pretty. You know, we were very uncertain about the defence, both of us, especially when you told me the team. But you were still pretty optimistic that it'd be a decent result. And first half wasn't a bad performance. All right, we gave away the free kick and they got that goal from it. But the second half, total capitulation. I mean, I can't work it out.
Same old, isn't it, Robbie? Same problems, new season. We have to deal with this every single year. The only reason why I was positive was because someone would blame me for the defeat. Do you know what I mean? It's as simple as that. It's at the end of the day, where's the people singing Arsene Wenger today?
Where are you?
Where are those same people that were singing his name last season when you had the chance to stand up and made your voice heard? Pussies. That's exactly what they are.
All mouth,
no action. It's not one game, Robbie. It's not one game, it's 12 fucking years.
Wait, listen.
That's what it is. It's every single season. How many? Robbie, before today, since 2010, we picked up 6 points out of 18 in our opening game. Why are we always unprepared at the start of a season? Every single season, unprepared.
But are you honestly saying that you expect people to be shouting Wenger out on the first day of the season?
Yeah.
Because we've lost one game.
I did.
I mean,
I told him to spend some fucking money. There were people in there throwing programs on the pitch, booing him, telling him to spend some fucking money. There were people trying to get to him in the dugout area and stewards were getting involved. These same people were the same ones.
Is that right after one game?
Robbie, it's not just one game, is it? It's not.
No, listen.
It's not.
We understand frustrations, but is that right after one game?
But it's not.
Listen,
Robbie,
listen,
it's
hold
not
on, listen,
one game.
one
it's
second.
not one game.
I want him to spend some money as well. But is it right after one game you're going to go in like that? I mean,
yeah.
Got to give him a chance. I mean,
no, because he's
we finished second last year. We lost the first game.
Don't use that one. Don't use that one. Even Mertesacker turned around. And said that was a false position. All that done was paper over the cracks.
The point I'm trying to make is that we didn't get relegated, did we? And we lost our first game.
There's no point. We're Arsenal Football Club.
I know. So what I'm saying,
you know, it's Arsenal. At the end of the day, right? We're Arsenal Football Club, and it's the same old rubbish every season. And why do we have to put up with this? We overspend every single season as fans. But the club, they can't even go and spend little amounts of money to strengthen key areas in the team. We needed a defender before Mertesacker and Gabriel got injured. Arsene Wenger needs an injury to act. And even then he's like, oh, well, you know, if he would have pulled his finger out of his arse, we'd have had Mustafi for today. But he's haggling here, there, and I'm hearing that the supposed medical on Mondays now going to Tuesday or Wednesday, or it's all bullshit. All this madness and in the know, bollocks, load of rubbish. Robbie.
Listen. Could it be a little positive in the if we'd have won the game today, like 4-1 or something? It'd be like, oh, we don't need any signings. At least now, probably we'll get the players in.
Because Arsenal are still making an excuse up for that. He'll be like, oh, well, next week we've got Ozil back and we've got Koscielny back and we've got... And that's what he'll do. He'll be like, well, we didn't have... And Sanya played for Man City yesterday. Why was Koscielny not playing today? What? Explain that. What's his name? Ramsey played today. Ramsey played today, right? And he was in the semi-final. So was Mesut Ozil in the semi-final. Why was Mesut Ozil not allowed to play today? Why are they turning around and giving these players luxuries? Oh, look, have a break. Why? These guys are on £100,000 plus per week. Arsene Wenger's on £8 million, right? He is the boss of his CEO.
Equally, I remember last year, as you say that, Alexis playing, and when he got injured, everyone moaning, saying, right, why didn't you give him a rest?
No.
He's played in a Copa America, why are you all bringing him back?
There's a bit of a difference, right? Because the week leading up to when Alexis got injured at Norwich, Arsene Wenger himself come out and said he's got a hamstring problem. Everyone went, do not risk it. Don't risk it. Okay, we've got big games coming up. Don't risk it against Norwich. He goes and risks it against Norwich. What happens? His hamstring goes. Santi Cazorla gets injured in the 50th minute against Norwich, and he lets him play the rest of the game when he's done his knee ligaments. What? I looked at that today, and someone turned around and said to me about there's no leaders on the pitch and the mentality. The mentality comes from the manager, Robbie. And then they said to me, well, you know, back in the day, he never had that problem. And I said, because he had men on the pitch. He had men that didn't need to look over to him and go, what do we do? He had players that would go, right, you, and you, fucking fix up now, otherwise you're not fit to play for Arsenal Football Club and you're not fit to wear the shirt. Now we've got people on huge wage checks just sitting there going, well, running through the motions. I feel sorry for Rob Holding. I'm not on £8 million a year, right? But last week against Man City, one thing concerned me about Rob Holding. Sergio Aguero's first goal. Rob Holding was marking him, and one slight of movement, Aguero lost him, scored. That's the difference between a world-class Premiership striker and a striker in the Championship. He needs to learn his trade, but he's been thrown in there today. Look at Coutinho's third goal. Exact carbon copy of Aguero's at Man City last week, where a little bit of movement, bang. And it's him that's going to get all the abuse and, no, Arsene Wenger should get the abuse because he was the one that was thrown in there in the deep end. Same old Robbie. And at the end of the day, we could go to Leicester next week, chewing gum. We go Leicester next week, and let's be honest, right? If we lose to Leicester, there's 6 points dropped already. We're already sitting there going, oh shit, we need this team to do. It's the start of the fucking season. How are we excited or optimistic with what's going on there? We're not asking for a lot, Robbie. We're not saying go out and spend 150, 200 million and cripple the club. You've got a lot of money sitting in that bank account. You're earning a lot of money. Go out there and buy the players we need, a centre-back, a striker, and a creative midfielder on that wing to complement. Because we ain't, apart from Alexis, we ain't had no one like that since Robert Pires and Freddie Ljungberg. Mahrez showed how important that was last year by chipping in with double-figure goals, double figures in assists. That's why Leicester won the league, not just because Jamie Vardy got over 20 goals, because it's a team effort and they all chip in. So when Vardy has a bad game, Mahrez steps forward, vice versa. When Giroud has a bad game, who steps forward? No one.
Manager, please. We are paying a lot of money for season tickets. Sign some players, please. Sign Mustafi. All this change. Take 1 million. Let us put extra £500,000. We don't need it. Just put the money on the table. Huh? Everton sold what's his name? The central defender. The next day they replaced him. That's action.